Good evening and welcome back to another episode of Brunch with the Fellas, bringing you today's trending topic news. I'm Chef Earl Pearl at DBCHEFTV, always with me, Primo Grande, the one and only Cold Seasons, and we are the Brunch Fellas. How you feeling, cuz?
I'm feeling good, man. 10 toes down, woke up to see another day. You know how it go, man.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, look, we got another great show for everybody tonight out there. Y'all make sure to smash that like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so when we go live, you never miss an episode. Also, y'all share, share. And speaking of sharing, I want y'all to share this contest. This is a contest where you can share. We got going on right now at the DB Chef TV gift shop where you go and buy some merch, take a selfie of yourself, and then the most views and shares win. You can see the contest details on DB Chef TV on IG, Facebook, Twitter, and we wish everybody good luck, y'all. Come on and see if you can share your way to $1,000 cash. We're gonna send it out cash app. Make sure y'all read the rules, and we appreciate y'all for rocking with us. Also, y'all, don't forget to go over to www.bksoulfarm.com and get your copy of 1016-160 Self Sustainability by Ali Dawood El. You got to get that, y'all, so you can get you some self sustainability going on. The food prices going crazy. My wife
Crazy.
went to the dollar store today and was like, came home like, babe, the dollar store ain't $1.25 no more. It's the $1.50 store now.
That's right.
I said, damn. You know,
That's right.
good thing we got some cucumber seeds and some, sweet potatoes that we gonna turn into some more potatoes and two potato, three potato, hot
And they, they
potato.
they they grow really. You get a lot when you plant one plant. Of potatoes. I think people really need to know how to do that. So definitely need to check out that self sustainable book, man. Because I did the garden last year and it did its thing a little something.
It did his thing a little something. That's
Yeah.
a that's an understatement. It ain't do his thing a little something. He was calling me like, "Cuz, you gonna come get some of these peppers out my yard, folks?"
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, I
Yeah, I
grew
said,
peppers from seeds from a bell pepper out the store. I just took the seeds from that and grew my peppers.
talk
So
about it.
yeah.
Talk about it. That's simple, right? So definitely y'all go over there and check that out, man, so y'all can get self-sustainable because it's looking like in these days coming, it's more needed than a want. So yeah.
Absolutely.
So we got some topics tonight. Let's go ahead and get into these topics, Cold Seas. We
Let's
got
do it.
uh we got Trump's border peace and we're gonna talk about the border of peace. They went to Davos and everybody know that Davos is the place where all of the important people of the world get together and talk about us, the less important people. So that's something that I recommend people go check out. That was where they were saying last year they was like uh you will own nothing and be happy. And then they also said we need a new Bretton Woods. So like it was two people who stood up. It was a lady who stood up and they must have she had all the power because damn if we ain't Bretton Woods and uh 3.0 and and then to own nothing and be happy. It's kind of seems like that with the dollar store being a dollar, when it's going to be $2 store. And then you could just forget about the dollar store anymore.
But
So,
owning something and owning nothing and not being happy is only new to some people. You know,
with that, you said owning nothing and being happy is only new to some people.
that's right.
Man, I think I know what you're talking about though. So yeah, y'all, our second topic tonight we're going to get into is it's a Nazi party in Miami South Beach. I don't think nobody was ready for that one. But yeah, we gonna crash the party. We gonna see what was going on.
Yeah,
Then
man.
we gonna take it to the Twin Cities. We gonna go up there and check out the ICE drama that they got going on. ICE is in the Twin Cities just going ham on everything, giving zero for Zoles and just like, man, we gonna do whatever we wanna do, how we gonna do it, when we wanna do it. So y'all should just get used to it. That's what it look like. But
Yeah.
we gonna go check them out, and then we gonna go see what's going up with Nicki Minaj and Don Lemon. They got a beef going on. With Don Lemon is in the news. They say he was wilding out at the church, and then they said that he went Drewski. He went full Drewski.
Yeah, man.
They said Don Lemon went Drewski in the pool pit. So, and Nikki had a lot to say about it, and then he had something to say back because he got catty. I don't know. Maybe I'm biased. I think I am biased, but we're gonna get to that when we get to that. Cause shout out to Nicki Minaj. You know,
Shout out to Don Lemon as well.
yeah, him too. Let's get into these clips.
Let's do it.
The World Economic Forum, President Trump signed the founding charter for his Board of Peace. This has been framed as a body to oversee the Gaza ceasefire. But questions remain over what exactly this group will do. Mr. Trump did say the board will work with the United Nations.
I think the combination of the Board of Peace with the kind of people we have here, coupled with the United Nations, could be something very, very unique for the world. It's for the world. This isn't United States. This is for the world.
CBS News senior White House and political correspondent Ed O'Keefe joins us live from Davos once again with more on all of this. Ed, good morning to you. There are so many interesting headlines out of where you are this morning, but I want to hone in on President Trump saying that this Board of Peace could spread to other things. President Zelensky of Ukraine is there, will be there momentarily. The two of them could meet. Might this board play a role in the dispute between Russia and Ukraine?
Yeah, the President and Zelensky are set to meet in just a few minutes, Errol. This was a last-minute add to the President's schedule, as, of course, it remains a big concern and priority for much of this part of the world. And the President told reporters a little while ago he wants to get that done, wants to resolve the Russia-Ukraine war, and this set of talks today may help move things along. Long-term, sure, this Board of Peace could conceivably help resolve that conflict by maybe helping with some of the implementation of the agreements, because that's what it's designed to do specifically first for the Gaza Strip. It is a UN-mandated body. The Security Council unanimously approved it back in September, and so the President has brought together just shy of 24 nations today to get it started, and there may be others that sign on at some point.
Look, real quick though, cuz. Look, because I ain't up on fashion like that. We rock suits. We might be three-piece looking way OG, but I have never seen Zelensky in a suit. Have you ever seen Zelensky in a suit?
No, as long as he's at war, he's not going to put on a suit.
He said that.
Yeah, pretty much. That's why he showed up at the White House without a suit on. I think I have seen him with a suit on after he got backlash. Next time he came to the White House, I believe he had a suit on. Don't quote me 100% on that, but I have seen him in a suit. But being at war, he said, it's nothing to dress up for, so he's going. That's what he's doing.
Damn, I can't knock that though. He said being there, he ready for action. Cause that's what I was gonna say. Like he looked like he in GTA every time I see him. Like he ready for something to pop off. He look like he in combat mode every single time. So
Yeah, it's no time to be cute when you're running for your life, So and trying to fight for everybody else's,
But what I'm saying is, it's like, okay, in these moments right here, right when you're going to go do this type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Now if he was invited here, and this is supposed to be, this Davos, and this people, trust me when I tell you, it is people from Russia who are here, who are billionaires, who are wealthy billionaires, who are there too. That's not trying to get Zelensky. Like he just like a piece, a pawn.
Yeah.
And what's going on for real. So I'm thinking in diplomatic situations, when you come, like we know the Arab countries, right? They always in their, in their Arab garb, right? But like when the European countries come through, they usually be in suits. So I'm thinking like, okay, well, this the diplomatic part. You know, even when you see Putin show up to some type of meeting, you know, he looking, you know, he in his suit. So it just, I never knew that he said that though. If he said that though, that's what he on. He
Yeah,
definitely standing on it for real.
yeah, that's pretty much what he said. He feel like he at war, but there's also, like, I think what you was getting at pretty much. When you meet with certain people, it's like a job interview. You know what I'm saying? You don't go to a job interview in basketball shorts and J's now unless it's that type of job. So when you're trying to rally the world behind you, you might want to show a little bit of respect. And that was the whole thing that Trump and JD Vance was saying, but it was totally out the way they did it, and without understanding why he dressed like
Oh, so they said something to him about it.
that. Oh yeah, yeah, man.
Oh
In
wow.
the White House on TV in front of the whole world. Yeah.
Oh damn, yeah, that was cold. They shouldn't have did. Well, I guess I'm saying something about it in front of in front of the whole world. But I didn't know they did it. Like, if I knew my man though, I wouldn't have put him out on, like
Yeah,
Cole,
one of the
why you
reporters
show
even.
up, why you show up to the show with no blah blah blah. Yeah, like I mean, you get the show on the road like this. But damn, that's cold.
Yeah, I believe it was Marjorie Taylor Greene husband posing as a reporter in the meeting, and he was like, "Show some respect. How dare you come in the United States and ask for money and you don't even put on the suit?" It was one of those type of situations in front of the whole world, cameras running.
Well, I mean, you could go into the bank and get a loan in sweatpants. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, you don't even have to. You can call if your credit together and you know what I'm saying, and your paperwork right. You can just call over the phone. They don't even have to see you.
Well, good luck going to the bank of
Yeah,
Trump and getting some money like that. That shit don't work, man.
that's
You know,
crazy. Clearly, but he's still getting his funding though, right? He's still getting his. We still
not
sending
not
money
like
to
not like
Ukraine.
yeah, not like they were. But I mean the UN, I mean the UK and everybody done stepped up to where we backed off. So I mean he still got funding in the fight as war.
Okay.
You got everyone from Argentina and Paraguay to Uzbekistan, Pakistan, Kosovo, and a handful of, to be frank, mostly autocratic countries signing on to this, at least at the start. And they're all going to commit to help rebuild Gaza and resolve that conflict once and for all. Part of the reason is that you don't see more of our more well-known and larger Western allies signing on is much like in the United States. When you sign on to a new international agreement, it requires your legislature to sign off on it. And since the details are still scant and it takes a little while for those kinds of things to happen, it may not be for several more months or years until any of those other countries are able to sign on. Not necessarily a complete snub, but there are a lot of questions about the scope of this, the commitment, and what other countries are going to be involved, because there were invitations extended to Russia, there was talk of China, and some of our more well-known Western allies are going to have concerns about that.
Yeah. So what you got on that, Cole?
It's a bunch of bullshit. Just like they said, out of it's about 14 countries that's already signed on this, including Morocco, Argentina, uh, Belgium, Hungary, Indonesia, and so many more. Jordans. And like the guy just said, it was a lot of autocratic uh countries, but at the same time, this is nothing more than the Trump's UN. You know, um,
The Trump's UN, the UN of the Trump.
right, right. So, and the rules are that was just announced, I believe, yesterday. Is you have to buy into it. You gotta send Trump $1 billion. You can buy
Okay.
in. So it's a pay to stay type situation. And once everyone vote, Trump still has the power, as if he's a president, of that to veto. So all the countries come together and say, "Hey, we don't like this," and it's voted unanimously that it's not like he has the power to veto, and that's all it is to me. It's a bunch of bullshit. He's trying to reinvent the wheel with his name on it, and that's all it is.
Reinvent the wheel with his name on it.
Yeah.
Man, that's pretty cold. That's pretty one sided though. You don't think it's just like he trying to, have a
No,
little
no, no,
a
because
joint group that's just like the USA club. You don't think he trying to set up the USA
absolutely not.
club?
Just from the first people that signed up for it, and the people that he gave personal advice to, like Russia, and China.
Yeah,
I
China
don't
and
I
Russia.
don't think and Israel. So at the end of the day, and you also have Israel and what's the other Qatar. Both of them are part of Israel and Qatar. Really don't get along. And for them to be
But
sitting at
we
the
get
same
ready to
table,
put a Qatari Air Force base in Iowa, though,
right? And it's a
and they
whole bunch.
don't get along with Israel. How?
Right. It's a whole bunch of stuff with Qatar. Qatar is the one who gave Trump that $500 million plane. Once we got the first oil deal that was struck from the Venezuelan oil raid, $500 billion deal, that money didn't go to the US Treasury. It got parked in a bank account in Qatar. So it's a whole bunch of bullshit that's going on with that. But that's a whole nother story.
I'm just
But
saying. I mean, it ties to the board of peace and the pieces that are being assembled around it. So I mean, if that's
right.
what you,
So check this out. So the
yeah.
Board of Peace first mission with all these countries is to figure out the strategy to end the war in Gaza. But at the end of the day, there's nobody Palestinian at the table. So that's a problem right there. Nobody's no Palestinians at the table. Now I can understand Hamas not being at the table because they're a terrorist organization or any of them other ones. But at the end of the day, the
So what
Palestine
if that's
people should still
now
be.
though? What if that's now? If that's
Well,
now no Palestinian people at the table, but in the future, it may be if they can get somebody on the team who has a better working relationship with them,
they have no
because
intent. They have no intentions of that.
you don't
They don't
think
have no
so?
intentions of that. Nah, man.
Because they're gonna build a whole,
They're
did
gonna.
you see Jared Kushner's renovation of the Jesus strip out there, like the of Jerusalem? Like they gonna make that oceanfront property and put,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
but yeah, because we have a president that is a builder, or say he's a builder. He likes to see his name on things, and that's what that's all about. Jared Kushner is
so he
Donald
gonna have a
Trump's.
Trump just
Yeah,
wanna have a he just wanna have
yeah, it's
a
gonna be called Jerusalem Trump or some shit like that.
Jerusalem,
You know what I'm saying?
the Trump Hotel Jerusalem.
Right, and I mean, even Jared Kushner, he's Trump's son-in-law. He's married to Ivanka. And he got that $3 billion from Saudi right at the end of
Would you stay there? Would you stay there?
man, I'm scared to leave right now. You know what I'm saying? So
Scared to leave where?
I'm not leaving the country right now. I ain't leaving right. I'm not
Man,
leaving right now.
all them places that's the autocratic places, all them places you can travel to. Have a good time.
Nah, man, I'm not. I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. I'm gonna go down the street to the store, give me some food, go to work. You know what I'm saying? Do the podcast, eat, drink a little bit. I'm good
For the time being.
for the time being. Yeah. To the old lady, be like, yo, we got to go somewhere like soon.
Okay.
So
So she can drag you into
some
a
shit.
hostage situation, but you ain't gonna go.
Hey, but I got it though. I'm gonna get us up out of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get us up out of it.
Oh man, you well good. See, the wife can
Oh,
take
she
you
gonna
to a
watch
hostage
this. Oh my goodness.
situation, but it's all good. But look, our next topic, y'all, we gonna head to South Beach and see what's popping on the beach.
Beach nightclub is facing backlash after an offensive video posted by YouTubers inside the club. I want to show you video from inside of Wyndham on Thursday. It shows a group of controversial YouTubers partying to an anti-Semitic song praising Hitler created by rapper Kanye West. Tonight, the club is speaking out.
Is that it? Is that what the real beef is about? Is that
Hey,
what it
hey,
is?
hey, man. Like I said, it's a Kanye West song and it's
Is
anti-Semitic, but
that what the
and the Nazis are dancing to it. It's some wild shit, man.
is that what it is? Is that what it is?
I don't think
In a
that's what it
statement
is.
posted to
I
their
don't
Instagram
I don't think
page. It says in part, we want to make it unequivocally clear Wyndham and our hospitality group do not condone anti Semitism, hate speech, or prejudice of any kind. It goes on to say, we take this matter seriously and will continue to act thoughtfully and responsibly as we complete our review. Miami-Dade County Mayor Daniela Levine Cava also posting a statement to her ex. It reads, hate has no home in Miami-Dade County. Reports of Nazi slogans at a Miami Beach club are deeply disturbing and unacceptable. We stand against anti-Semitism and all hate and expect swift accountability to keep our community safe and respectful for all.
This crazy right here though.
yeah.
The Kanye once I didn't even know it was a Kanye song.
Yeah, I thought I mentioned that to you the other day.
No, so that's what
Yeah.
that's what it was about. It was now you saw the video. I ain't have the video. Did were they white kids or were they black kids or was it mixed? A mixed
Nah,
group? Was
they
it some
no,
Hispanics too or what?
no, they were white men. They were not kids. I mean, kids maybe to us, they was in their 20s, but they were men and they were full on Nazi saluting, but they some far right uh white Christian nationalist podcast guys. So this is what they do, and
So they kind damn. We don't know they paid so we could pull it up because
I don't know the handle.
man.
One of the films I looked up, they did mention who they were. So far they've been banned from a lot of the clubs in Miami, and to be on the lookout for them. But at the end of the day,
Be
to
on the
hear,
lookout for them. What they doing? They just going there turning up the Kanye. I mean,
yeah, well, I mean, they throwing up Nazi signs and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's going to end bad for somebody at some point. It might not be every night you get knocked out, but one night you're going to go into the wrong place and it's going to cause a lot of trouble. Now, Miami, apologies from Miami. Yeah, that's great and everything, but when you think about Florida and Ron DeSantis and how they taking books from people and they trying to rewrite history and erase slavery and all that shit, those apologies don't go to
now
really
what's
too
that?
far.
Now what's that? They want to they taking teaching slavery out of the schools.
Yeah, yeah, and now they're framing it to where the white man gave slaves vital tools that they would need to succeed, and that's the narrative that they want instead of actually.
The story been that. What do you mean? That's not a new narrative. That is what
But
the story has
no, no,
been.
no, 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 no. But as it's
We
not
brought you
enslaved.
here. We brought you here, enslaved you, then set you free and gave you everything you got. What is that? Is they
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 gave now.
rewrite that?
What you mean they gave us? What you saying? That's what they
That
wrote. That's what they
that's
wrote.
the story now. That's the
Uh,
story now. That's the when I went to school. That's the way I heard it. That's the way it was taught to me.
Nah, I mean, and if it was, it may have been that I didn't pay attention. But I mean, me and you, we grew up together, so we grew around a whole lot of pro blackness and everything. So we didn't. I didn't get the story where we came and gave you everything you need and then set you free. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was the
This,
whole part about
you
being pro
know,
black. That
this,
was that
this,
was the
this,
pro black part. That was
the,
where that
the set
came
you
from.
free, the set you frees to me was the Harriet Tubmans, Nat Turners, Frederick Douglasses, and those type of people. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Uh,
no,
to
no,
help
this
move us up. As
no.
far as set us free, yeah,
No, to
nah.
set us free was Abraham Lincoln and the Emancipation Proclamation and then the Civil Rights Act of 63, 64, Martin Luther King and all that. Like, we want to be treated equal. We
Yeah, but
want
that's before
we want
they not
we
even
want
coming up. They're not even coming up that far to where the Civil Rights Acts was written and all that stuff. And John Lewis and all them for all that. But
oh
at the
man.
end of the day, they trying to pretty much say that slavery was a like fucking Job Corps or something. You know,
Kind of.
fucking.
Kind of. Yeah.
So
Kind of, I used to
so so yeah. So I
I
mean,
used to stay by the job code off of Westlake and Sensor.
yeah.
So it's kind of like a lot of it's a plantation. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
it's a lot of
But
stuff
but
going
yeah, but
on.
that's the deal on that. So I mean, when Florida say stuff like that, then they told them that we've instructed our residents if people start protesting this around your car, just run over them. You know, and it was just Florida just on some different shit. You know what I'm saying? They really, really are. It's a nice place to go, like the beaches and everything, but they on some whole different shit down there.
So look, so let me ask you this question though, real quick before we go to the next topic. So if it's a bunch of black people that's at a club and they dancing to fight the power on the what did they call on the patio, right? And some white people walk past and the black people singing fight the power and they putting up they making fists, black fists, or you know what I'm saying fuck these crackers or something, you know, like
I don't think
should
that.
white folks
Yeah,
be should
yeah.
that should
I
some white
think
folks
I
get
think they
angry and
should.
be like now they want to fight them?
I think they should be very disturbed if people are saying, you know, fuck the crackers and shit. Yeah, they should be disturbed about that. But I honestly believe that if we are in celebration on a fight the power thing, we're very inviting. And if you're a white person and you come over there and you want to fight the power with us, we with you. Come on over here and fight the power with us. But we're not. I don't think that we're shouting to
Okay.
fight. We're
So
not
they can
shouting.
come dance. So they can come dance. So what if it's some black folks that want to go over there with the high Hitler folks and rock the Kanye?
Well, me and you said something. Me and you had a conversation the other day about swastikas, and you said if a person want to wear a swastika, let them wear it, right?
Yeah, I did
And
say
the
that.
and the
Yep.
and the reason why you said that is because at that point you know who they are, and you don't have to guess who they are.
Absolutely.
And I feel the same thing about the black people that want to go party with the swastika guys. Y'all, let us see you partying with them. Go on over there so we can know who you are. Because when the revolution come, we got our eyes on you. Not saying the revolution coming like that, but what I'm
But
saying
what if
is
they got on dashikis?
that's some different shit, man. That's a that's a that's a whole
What if
lot
they
going
got
on.
on dashikis though? I'm just saying since we
But
did Renaissance and shit.
no, no, no,
What
no.
if they got on dashikis and then they going over there and they like, yeah, because we rock, you know what I'm saying?
So that's not
Yeah, what if
theoretical.
they
Like that's really going on right now, honestly. You know, if you go online and you look at the tone of the people that's you know, far right and I mean far right and they black, they damn near dashiki with swastikas on. So I mean it's you got that going. Yeah,
Damn.
yeah.
Damn.
To to me
Well,
to
we
me
see a very big difference of opinion. Like, cause you that's saying like Dr. Umar a whole. Come on, fam, don't do
you
that.
know, to me the red hat is the replacement for the swastika. So yeah.
Oh man,
As a whole.
I've heard people say that. I know some
Yeah.
people who feel exactly like you said. You know, I just you know I don't mind. Wear what you want to wear. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want you to tell me what I can't wear. And you know, and it's a whole women's movement where they like, you know, they want to be half naked outside, and some want to be conservative, and some want to be this, some want to be that. So I'm just like, if you wear your swastika, I know who you is. I can identify who you are, and I know in my brain what I'm gonna do. I can't control what you're gonna do, all
And
right?
it and
But I know what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna distance myself real
right,
quick when I see that. You know, we avoid it not because we scared, but because we scared of what we'll do.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And what that will do to where we at in life and where we trying to go. So, you know, that's what that's about. But
Right,
red hat,
and I do want to say that to all the white people and people other than black people, if y'all see us with our fists up and we doing the fight the power thing, come on out there with us. You know what I'm saying? And
come
you can
on out there with
yeah,
us, huh?
come on out there with us. You know you can stand with us, stand next to us, and we stand next to you and with you as well. But if you come with the bullshit, that's when the shit get crazy. You know, and then normally when the person that come with the bullshit get their ass whipped in a situation like that, then they cry victim and the news want to come out. So.
Well, you invited them. Just remember that shit. Okay. And we'll go ahead and move right on to our third topic tonight, y'all.
Let's go.
We're gonna head on to Twin Cities police and the ICE. They got some drama going on, and we're gonna check out what they saying about ICE and the police, man. It's crazy. Law enforcement on law enforcement. What's going on?
Local law enforcement making their concerns over Operation Metro Surge known.
That's right, Reg. We heard from the police chiefs in St. Paul and Brooklyn Park, as well as the Hennepin County Sheriff, all sharing their concerns over what they call violations of citizens' civil rights. Chief Mark Bruley from Brooklyn Park Police spoke about an incident with one of his officers who was off duty. He says she was pulled over and then boxed in by several ICE agents. They then asked her for papers to prove that she was a citizen. Here's what he says happened next.
Let me preface this real quick. I'm gonna preface this because I think it's my duty as a retired Fed that you know, he did say when he came in, he said that that he didn't want to sound like that he was coming out, you know, damning or saying that ICE is a problem, that they don't want to work together and that they don't appreciate what they got going on. So I'm gonna post this video in the description, but when you hit this video, if you go check out this full interview, you know, in your YouTube, you'll see the full long interview. If y'all want to check it out and see what he said in its entirety. So, you know, because this right here, it is one side of the story. So
when she became concerned about the rhetoric and the way she was being treated, she pulled out her phone. In an attempt to record the incident, the phone was knocked out of her hands, preventing her from recording it. The officer had their guns drawn during this interaction. And after the officer became so concerned, they were forced to identify themselves as a Brooklyn Park police officer in hopes of slowing the incident and de-escalating the incident down. The agents then immediately left after hearing this, making no other comments, no other apologies, just got in their vehicles and left.
All three are asking for more supervision over how federal agents are asking. They say it is a small group of agents, but spoke about the damage to the community and the damage to the trust that police officers have worked to gain in their respective communities.
what'd you say, Cole?
I mean, they just wanted to stop. It's a lot going on in Minnesota right now. And I'm pretty sure we didn't have to show all the clips and the violent clips, and even sometimes the points protesters getting out of hand and everything. All you got to do is scroll in any news feed, you're gonna see it. I think that something need to be done about it. I think is real. Here we go again with his real Nazi style type stuff. Gregory Bobino, yeah, Gregory.
It's still Nazi. It's the Nazi party still going on. They took
They
it
still
from South Beach.
they took it from South Beach out
So
to.
you saying the ICE agents is bumping Kanye riding around doing what they doing? That's what they doing. They got
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
Kanye
I believe.
bumping.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I can see that. And now they done found out that there's several January 6th people that was partying that are now Nazis. I mean, excuse me, ICE. And you know, so
Foul.
it's a it's a lot going on, and they pretty much wanted to stop. You know, I mean, they just arrested a 5-year-old and sent him to Texas, and I mean, it's all kind of crazy
They
stuff.
arrested a 5-year-old.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they arrested a 5-year-old, bro.
It's
You
not
know,
funny, but how you get a 5-year-olds can't get arrested? What'd he do?
he was sitting in the car unattended. And his parents was in the house, so they took him outside. They went inside to go and
Was he
you know,
behind a wheel or something?
nah, they went
Was he
inside.
drunk? Was he drunk? I
They went
mean,
inside to like go get somebody else, and the father was inside. And in that time, they ran up, snatched the boy out the car, and tried to use the boy as a bargaining tool to get the father out the house. You know, so so not only did they get the father out the house, when the father got arrested and deported to Texas, he got arrested and deported to Texas as well. So I mean,
the
this is
baby too.
yeah, the 5-year-old kid, man.
Did they get to
Uh,
stay together though?
I have no idea. I have
Because
no idea.
as long as they, it would be
I know
real
they
tragic if they separated the dad from his
yeah. So the report that I just seen, they are in the same facility. So they 9 times out of 10 they
father
probably
from
are.
his
They may
childhood.
be together. I have no idea, but I mean, yeah, that stuff got to stop. I think that we last week we talked about Renee Good, right? So I mean,
Yeah,
this an
yeah.
ongoing story from that, and I mean, I think that what the police is saying is, hey, we got to figure out a way. If y'all gonna come up here and go after the criminals, then work with us. Let us know what criminals you're going after, we'll go after them. But as far as you pulling over now, you're pulling over our police officers at gunpoint and snatching them out the car. And then when they find out that then when y'all find out that they police, y'all don't say apology or nothing. You just jump in your car and drive off. This shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is, before ICE had 6 months of training or something like that. Now they training for like 4 weeks and then putting these people out on the street. That's ridiculous. You know.
Man, I hear you. I hear you though, but maybe law enforcement getting a dose of their own medicine. Maybe some people looking at it like that with ICE. That
I mean,
maybe not even the ICE
I
defense. It's
think.
like they said smack the cell phone, right? So
Mhm.
so we've seen video footage with citizens interacting with law enforcement where that happens, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's law enforcement, the same you know, Twin City Police Department. Not that they had an incident like that, but we've seen people who have the same occupation.
They definitely have. Yeah, they
They do
definitely
that,
have.
right?
Yeah.
And then we've seen them get in the car, not say nothing, let people go, and just walk off and just like,
Right. So at the end of the
find
day, I
yourself
mean,
something safe to do,
I think we all seen situations like that from every police department around the United States, and I think any police officer that has run into ICE and that happened to them, I think it should be a very humbling thing that they should take back to the police department and be like, "Hey, we got to do things a little bit different," you know. But I think with this happening to the police, in like if it's the police getting a taste of their own medicine, it's also police getting a taste of their own medicine at the cost of the residents of Minneapolis. So I just think Minnesota. I just think it's they need to do something about it. I'm a little concerned with my state because
Man,
at the end of the day,
hold up. Let me ask you something though. It's not at the cost of the residents. It's the cost of the immigrants.
no. So the
Because ICE
mission,
is ICE is only there. They not there for residents. They there
right?
for immigrants, right?
Right, but residents are
Okay.
being pulled over, snatched out their cars. They're doing these warrants.
Like random searches?
Yeah, random searches. They're doing these warrants that's not judicial warrants, they're executive warrants, where the ICE agent can actually write up his own warrant on the spot and just go into people's homes and stuff like that. So it's a lot of injustice that's going
For
on with.
for potential immigrants though, but like not for just regular citizens, not for somebody with a birth certificate, right?
You don't know they got a birth certificate till you go in their house. You see what I'm saying? And then, as far as citizens, what citizens are riding around with a birth certificate? It's the whole point that we citizens. We don't do
I
that. The
mean, I
average
mean,
person
I
ain't
mean,
riding
true.
around with a
I
birth
mean,
certificate.
true. But you riding around with some form of ID, like a driver's license. Like you ain't vagrant, right? So if I got a driver's license and I get pulled over and I show them my driver's license, then okay,
Right, but you're not supposed to be getting pulled over.
you
They are
know.
supposed they are supposed to have intelligence and target people specifically. You see what I'm saying? They're not supposed to be doing, let's toss the coin on this car right here and see if it's an illegal in there. You can't do that.
This is where I think, okay, you say they can't do that. This is why I think they doing that and talking about it. When President Barack Obama was in, he said um he said some good things about immigrants, and he was just like, it's too many of them to be able to just go and do what you talking about doing, to be able to like have a warrant and find, because it's too many, you know. So this is what we're seeing now. That's what I believe we're seeing. That is what you describe. What you describing is what President Obama was saying, that it's like it's so many. So how can so to send out, it would look lawless. It would be like you would have to hold traffic up and do roadblocks because it's so many immigrants, you know. Even if you just looked at, I believe, and they never released this data, but this would be some real good data to know, is how many people were backlogged at immigration. You know, what was the backlog like there? So let's say if it was we got 300 million people. Let's say if it was 5 million people backlog, and let's say that maybe 800,000 of them were in Minnesota, where they at, Minnesota.
Yeah.
Let's just say if it was 800,000, like the only way you're gonna be able to catch 800,000 people is to do shit like that, and that's why it's looking like this. Not justifying it, just trying to have some clarity and understanding why, like, we seeing it happen this way.
Right.
You know?
So yeah, but is unconstitutional. Just like you went to the dollar store earlier today.
But them people don't have no rights though. That according to the Constitution, immigrants don't have no rights. Only citizens got rights according to the Constitution. So like,
No.
and
they
there for immigrants.
They still have the right to due process.
But they backlog though. You right.
But
They backlog,
but see, that's a logistical problem. So you fix that. Going out and sending the Gestapo into the streets is crazy.
Give them all citizenship first, and then go and take up everybody to court and everything like that.
No. I mean, a lot of them still had court dates and stuff like that. Now the illegal ones, see, originally it was about going out and going after the criminals and the thugs and stuff like that. But I mean, they're going after. It started, and then it went to we going after everybody illegal, and then it went into if you American, you might get roughed up too. Your dollar store trip could have been a 12-hour trip if you ain't had your license on you. You see what I'm saying? You got pulled over, and then they detained you for 12 hours until they found out who you were. You get what I'm saying? And put you in the ICE facility.
But who fault is that if you left the house knowing that that's what's going on around you and you ain't got your ID on you? Like, I get that.
That's still their fault because what they're doing is unconstitutional. What they're doing is illegal. You're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to do. You're not allowed to harass American citizens the way American citizens are being harassed. And drug out their cars and home.
Do you know that not having no ID is called being vagrant? Do you know that it is against the law to not have ID if you ain't under a certain age, and it is a criminal offense. It's not a severe criminal offense.
It's a citation, man.
But it's a chargeable offense.
Right? I mean, that's the same. It's the same thing as jaywalking. It's the same level as jaywalking.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So all of these things still have a fine, and they still have a penalty, and they still part of the rules. So just because I don't think it's a serious rule, don't mean that on this day when I know if I leave my house, my trip to the dollar store could be 12 hours. If I leave the house and I don't have my stuff with me, that's my fault. Knowing that it's going on, I'm not taking away from the fact that what you're saying that is, unconstitutional and they shouldn't be doing it. But all that is left to the same people who made the laws, finding out whether it's constitutional and all that. We'll see that down the line. It'll be nothing we'll be able to do to change that process from stopping this thing from happening, or when they decide to determine whether or not how they're going to adjudicate it.
Well, and then a lot of it is just retribution anyway. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Minnesota is where Tim Walz is the governor, which he ran with Kamala as her vice president. This administration has been on a retribution tour where they're going after everybody. You don't see none of this stuff going on in red states. Not a one. You know what I'm saying?
But you don't see and I live in a red state, right? And I'd be disappointed because we don't see, day laborers at Home Depot and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So like,
hold on, bro. You don't see day laborers at no Home Depot right now. They just ain't out there. You know what I'm saying? They done ran them off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
I mean, but what I'm saying is even prior to ICE, getting the green light, I was in a red state, and I didn't see it. I missed it. I missed it from living.
Well, maybe you wasn't there early. Maybe you wasn't there early enough. Them day laborers, they be out there at 9 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning.
Never there. It's not the culture.
I mean, even when I was in Fort Lauderdale, I think it was last year, and when I had to go to a Target, and there was a Home Depot right next to the, and I mean, it was packed with people. And I'm like, what the hell is all them people doing out there?
But
they were looking for work.
But this the difference. Fort Lauderdale, right, and New York is different than the Middle East. Okay,
Talking about the
Th-
Midwest.
than the Mid Atlantic. All right, it's different. So you got a lot of people from, because the guy always be talking about this, like you got a lot of people from the Caribbean, and then you have a lot of people from Central and South America in Florida. In New York, it's the same way because during the 2000s, early 2000s, early 2020s and 2018, 2019, during that time, a lot of those people were getting on buses coming to New York. Okay. And I was seeing it firsthand. Like I seen people in droves out the back window hanging under the tree all day long, just by the liquor store getting drunk all day long. And then I seen the people up the Home Depot who I went and used to use when I was doing little different stuff like that, or used to employ. I used their services. And like it was plentiful. It was a lot of people there. But then when I moved down south to my particular state, that's not the culture. The culture is mom and pop shops, or you got to go to the big box stores,
Right.
you know?
Right. But
So
I guarantee you, whatever farming industry is around you, they employed.
now the farming,
You know.
I seen that, but they not at the Home Depot though. They not the electrician, carpentries, masonries, doing stuff like that where you could just go and get some home improvement type stuff. That's all bruh now. You know what I'm saying? So like you gotta know, you gotta be plugged in, or or you going to the box.
Yeah, and another thing, Minneapolis, they just had uh, a don't buy, don't open your store. So yesterday or today, one of them days, they just shut down all the businesses, in protest. And really, what people need to do right now, I don't even know. I want to say stay off the streets, but I want to say fight. But it's
You
it's
gonna go
always
join
different.
them? Which one you gonna do? You gonna join? You gonna stay off?
Well,
You said you gonna stay
right.
off the streets earlier. Now
Right.
what you
Yeah.
gonna do?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna stay from out of other countries, but right now, it's not at my doorstep. I'm not one of those people like we were talking about earlier that's gonna leave and forget my ID. Um, I just,
Right.
but I mean, if it was at my doorstep, what I'm saying, I'm with going out and uh, you know, making my voice be heard and everything. I'm not with getting jacked up by ice and getting my eye knocked
If
out
you
or nothing
out
like
there,
that.
if you out there, look,
It's a possibility.
it
You
was
know
a
that.
story. It was a story I wanted to run, cause it was a story I wanted to run tonight. I wanted to touch on with ice, but I didn't do it because, because I knew that we had this stuff going on. But there was a black family who was just on their way home, and they came to one of those road stops, one of those roadblocks. Something was going on, and they got tear gassed.
I know who you're talking about.
Right
Yeah.
now, they didn't get tear gassed, but whatever was going on, ICE deployed some tear gas in that space.
Hmm.
All right, by over there because they had a bunch of stuff going on, so they weren't the problem. All right, and they were complying. They was trying to answer all the questions, everything, but they couldn't get out. Like they couldn't get around. So
Mm.
ICE tear gas, and a little baby, got tear gas.
Right.
An infant. So it's things like that. Like I get when you saying like unconstitutional. I'm not thinking that it's so much unconstitutional. I'm thinking that it's erratic and it's inhumane.
So
You know,
here's the thing with that. Let me stop you for a second, and it's gonna be a little crazy when I say this. See, it's the people that got tear gas in the van. They are part of the problem, right? And the reason why I say it is because for a day or two, it was the story was being ran that this is what happened, and the narrative that you just gave. So then all the cell phone footage started coming in. That same couple, they was out there protesting. They was outside of their vehicle, so they lied about what happened to gain
ah,
some kind of recognition. You see what I'm saying?
To gain pity. They wanted
Right.
pity.
Now, you
Yeah.
you know I'm not about what ICE is doing and everything, but I am I believe in truth. You see what I'm saying?
Already.
Right. So they didn't tell the truth, you know, and the thing about it is when people do stuff like that, it leaves a black eye and a stain on the people that's really, you know, trying to make a difference.
Damn. So that's what happened with them folks. They was out there really protesting for real.
Yeah, and I mean we get
Okay.
off even tonight or tomorrow. I'll send it to you and show it to you. But they
No, you just told me. I believe what's going on because I only saw that clip. You
no,
know.
they were
And
literally in him
and I
and his
didn't.
wife was literally standing in the middle of the intersection out there. You know what I'm saying? They were out there
Oh wow.
protesting with the
Yeah.
protesters, and then they came up with this story. We were just riding home, and I don't even know if the baby thing is true or not. You know, so
Yeah. Because
you know, because I'm
that's
like,
how
where the
I
hell was
got it.
the
Yeah.
baby at when y'all was doing this? You know what I'm saying? When y'all was outside the vehicle, where was the baby at? And
It
they
was
gave
some
a
other
timeline.
kids. It was some other babies. It was some older babies, and then probably watching their daughter, but it's cold outside. But probably watching each other. They got them in the van.
And
You know.
the internet is like the FBI. They'll solve a crime quicker than the FBI will these days. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they had timestamps and everything. Like this is what time they was outside. This is what time it was reported that they that the car got shot up. The car did get shot up, but it was after they were fleeing from protesting. They wasn't just riding home from work trying to get home.
Oh, got tear gas. Yeah, got tear gas. Yeah. Okay. Damn. So I still think it's a little you know, little sad that the baby got tear gas, but I mean
I don't
if the
think
parent
I don't I
if the
don't even think
parents
I don't think a baby got tear gas. I think they
you
went
don't think
home.
you don't think
I
a
think they
baby
went.
even got tear
I don't
gas?
even think a baby got
So the
tear
whole
gas.
story of them dragging the baby out, the
Listen,
CPR,
listen.
all that was
So
all that was
so
all
listen.
that was for clout.
Where was the baby when they was in the intersection? In the car by itself?
No, because there was other people in the car. They said it
It
was
was
like,
other people in the car.
yeah, they said it was like
Okay.
8 of them and 6 or 7 of them in the car or
Okay.
some shit.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So
Well,
that's
the baby thing might be true, but they were definitely out there protesting. They got video of them out there protesting, both of
yeah,
them together.
yeah. And if they was
And
out there
and
protesting,
and and the
they
crazy
brought
part
that
about it
shit on
was
themselves.
the girl had on a shirt with her name on the back of it. Crazy.
The protest, the mama.
Yeah, the mama. She had her name on the back of her shirt. Crazy shit.
Well, you bring your baby. That's it. Remember I said earlier you invited them. Well, if you take yourself to the bonfire,
Leave your babies at home. Yeah.
Be careful. You might get burnt. Shit. Because that's what it looked like happened. But let's go ahead and jump into this burning topic tonight. Right now, they've been
Another one out of Minneapolis.
burning the waves down. Don Lemon and Nicki Minaj got a little beef going on, and it's got heated. It's been an exchange of words and all this stuff going on. Everybody telling everybody business. Everybody talking. So let's talk about it.
Don Lemon continues to defend the indefensible, his role in storming a church during a Sunday service, terrifying parishioners, including little kids. It's all on tape, and Lemon was dumb enough to air it all. So despite his denials, we know he was aware of what these crazed activists had planned, and he was on board with every bit of that lunacy. And this...
I don't think she like Don Lennon. What you think?
I don't think she like nobody.
You don't think she like nobody?
Nah, man, nah. She's very arrogant and just I don't know what I don't know what it is. I can't even say it. I done seen her before. I done watched her
She call
reports and
everybody
everything.
POS before she talk about them. Everybody.
Yeah, everybody on the left. She called everybody on the left. She's very right leaning. No, not right leaning. She's laying down in it.
She
But
laying down in the
yeah,
rightness.
she laying down in it. You know what I'm saying?
Laying
And
down in the rightness.
I think she got a false sense of what you call it? What you call it when you think you're better than somebody? A privilege. You know what I'm saying? Not better, but she thinks she's a
What if
privilege
she
in a certain
just
type of way.
acting? What if she just acting and that's her character? That's it. What if you meet her in real life and she like, I don't give a fuck about none of these people for real. This what I do to make my job juicy.
Girl,
Would
bye.
sad clown is such an attention seeker that he is now trying to manufacture a ongoing feud with superstar Nicki Minaj after she called him out for his part in storming a church. He's hit back with this ugly diatribe.
Nicki Minaj, stop talking about for which you know nothing about. This is out of your depth, by the way, and you are a homophobic bigot. You don't care about African Americans, and you're not an African American. From what I know, you are reportedly an undocumented citizen, so you should be deported under Donald Trump's rules. Get a
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold up, Don Lemon. Pump the brakes, man. But he said,
Yeah.
first he said you brainless. First he said you on Buckethead. She on Nikki is on Buckethead. Don't do that, Don. And he said it's out of her league. She don't even know what she talking about. Okay. Then he called her a immigrant. Said she on papers and she need to get deported.
Yeah, she's not a citizen. She never got her paper straight after making all that millions in America. So, I get what he's saying, but we gonna get into it later to why he's saying it, because this lady that's on here that's reporting this, she left some things out of why he reacted like that.
How long Nicki Minaj been in the USA?
Man,
Is he talking about how long Onika been in the US? How long she been in the US?
Probably since a baby, like a lot of these people. She's probably, probably since she was a little girl. When we was.
So he just attacking a piece of paper. He not attacking the fact that she was born and raised and she's an American acting as black woman.
And she was born. Say that again?
I said, so he's just attacking a piece of paper that she may not have, but negating the fact that she's an American ass acting black woman.
Yeah, that's pretty much what he's saying. But that's the same thing the whole Trump administration is saying about people. So, she just got the money.
She's American ass acting.
She just got the money, and she's honestly jumping out there right now.
An African American black woman though. She don't act like
She was acting like one. She's acting like a lunatic now. She's not.
As a woman though, she acting like a wife though. She married.
Bro.
She ain't no head.
Nikki different, bro.
She not on no Cardi.
Nah, Nikki different. And I mean, she just got like
and
that.
She not twerk. She not that one Meg. Even though I like Meg look right now, with her and Klay Thompson, they looking lovely. I love black love, but I'm just saying they not twerking at the campaign though. Nikki not twerking at the campaign.
Yeah, but if she going to Turning Point USA events talking about how handsome Donald Trump is. So, I mean, get the out of here. I mean, that's...
He got a few wives, though. I mean, I don't think he cute, but I'm just saying he do got somebody thought he was cute. He got whole sons and everything.
Well, I mean, like Jay said, have you ever seen an ugly billionaire or millionaire? Yeah, nigga cute he got the money. You know what I'm saying? He got the bag. So
I've seen ugly billionaires. I'm not looking for the cuteness
behind
it.
Well,
but I ain't really.
We're not talking about it from a man perspective, like straight man perspective. Like that's not.
But I'm just like, and I ain't saying he ugly. I'm just saying like he ain't slim. So that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but Nikki,
somebody like him. Somebody.
She just got like this and started doing all that stuff. Her house was in foreclosure just a couple days ago. She just wiggled her way out of that and everything. So she's doing things to try to make money. You know what I'm saying?
Wiggled her way out. Do you have something against Nicki Minaj cold seasons? What
you mean
she wiggled her way? Nicki got a bag. What you think a little 500,000? You think a little half a M? Nikki struggling to get a half a M.
If her house is in foreclosure and she ain't leave, it's something going on there. You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
her house wasn't in foreclosure. You telling the story all right? I hate when y'all be hating. Don Lemon a hater.
So what happened?
Season's a hater.
What happened to her
Nikki, house? I'm telling you, I got you, boo. What happened is she had a lawsuit and a judgment. So.
Okay.
So she got sued from her and her husband opened up a can of whoop ass on somebody, and they had to get the paper. So they acting like, Nikki gonna have to sell her house to pay them.
Okay, okay, okay.
They
Well,
just
I give
throwing
you that.
smut on her jacket,
I
man.
I,
Like
I give you
she
that.
ain't
But look. So
half a mil.
I used to like Nikki and used to be a Nikki fan. You
Man,
know what I'm
she could
saying?
call Wayne or Drizzy or Bird
But
and get a couple dollars together, like if she had to. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like
I can't
stop
I
it.
can't I can't rock with her no more. Like no more. You know what I'm saying? Like
No more. You just
no,
hating on Nikki.
I
Why?
I am
Oh
man because
God.
what they say they not like us. She's not. She not. No, no. And I don't give a damn how cute you are, how
She
big
a
your butt
girl.
is, how much
She a
money you
girl.
got.
How she gonna ever be like you? She a girl.
Nah, see now you throwing stuff at the wall. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
She
but
a girl. How she ever gonna be like you? She can't be
but
like.
but it's gonna be a lot of context left out of this right here. But Don Lemon had a reason for saying what he said, and we're gonna get into the church thing too, of why he was at the church and all this other stuff, which was crazy. He probably shouldn't have been there, but yeah, he definitely
Man.
shouldn't have been there. But
Life. Stop being a pick me. You should have put a pick me doll on that damn tweet instead of a Chucky doll because you are nothing but a pick me. And I choose not to pick you. And so should black people and so should gay people. Shouldn't buy your music.
So, Don Lemon storms a church.
Blacks and gay people should not be rocking with Nikki, man. Come on, man. Who is he speaking for?
I mean, he's
What
speaking.
black people he's speaking for?
He's speaking his mind. I
And
already don't rock with her no more. So I mean,
what black people
he
he's speaking
he's not
for?
speaking for me, but I mean, I'm already not rocking with him. I mean, rocking with her. So I mean, yeah.
He said black people and gay people should not be rocking with Nikki. Why? Why, Don? Because you said so.
Nah, because
I don't even think. Shout out to the LGBTQAI plus folks. You know what I'm saying? I don't need y'all get in the comment section and let us know if Don let me speak for y'all too. And then all the black people too. Y'all get in the comment section and let us know if Don Lemon speaking for y'all to not rock with Nicki Minaj. You may have your own reason why you don't want to rock or do want to rock with Nicki Minaj.
I don't think it's about him speaking for people. I think he's speaking his mind. He gave an opinion. So he's not speaking for all black people or
Man,
all
he
gay
sound like he
people.
making an announcement. That's what he sound like he making. He sound like he making an announcement over there. You don't need to rock with Nikki. You don't need
Let me
to
ask you,
do this
did you see
did
did you see the Nicki Minaj with
Sound
Erica
like he
Kirk on Turning Point?
sound like he hating. I seen snippets. I ain't have to watch the whole thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. You might
I
want to
seen
watch the
snippets.
whole thing. Then you'll understand, why, how a fan can go from a fan to,
Nah, we
you know,
already we chopped it up. Man, go ahead, we'll drop it. We could drop it now. We could drop it now. We don't
nah,
have to we don't have to wait to drop it. She got her brother and her husband, right?
mm-hmm. In
And
which her brother is a pedo
is a
and her,
pedophile,
right.
right?
And her husband is a essayer.
Convicted of SA, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if she is doing anything, she's trying to get her brothers to be able to come home, sentence reduced, right? So he can come home. That's what
Mm-hmm.
people that's the narrative that people trying to run with. Okay. I think it's more head of the line because she could get one of them what's them green cards? They got the gold card, the Trump gold card. They nothing but like 5 million or something like that. She grab one of those and be Gucci. And that give you automatic citizenship. Okay. So if maybe she's trying to get a gold card on discount, nobody's thinking about that because I think it's easy to run with the lower hanging fruit, which is her brother and her husband's transgressions. But her husband is forever gonna be that, regardless. Like even if it get expunged, even if it get whatever, like he already stamped. It's already ingrained in the minds of people that that's what he got convicted for that. Like, yeah, you did that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he won't have to register anywhere now when they move somewhere, when they get a new villa or some shit. They
I mean, I
re-
think if he get departed, it'd be wiped out. I believe. I'm not sure, but I'm not sure if he's in federal prison or state prison. So if he's in state prison, he can't get a pardon anyway. Not unless it's from the governor.
okay, so regardless of the situation, like they still have to wear that. The brother and the husband still have to wear that.
The badge.
Yeah, they still have to wear that regardless. You know, even if his sentence gets commuted and he gets to come home, then maybe he still has to register. You know, whatever that thing would be. But I don't even think it's that though. I think that's just, you know, kind of like some from this Don Lemon narrative, you know, things like that. Like when everything's starting to get a little spicy and everybody trying to talking greasy, you know, I don't think it's that for her, you know, actually trying to get, like everybody saying, cozy up to Donald Trump or whatever. I'm just saying, like, everybody get to pick what they want to pick and do what they want to do. You know, I don't know what the benefit is.
Well, I know she thrown off, bro. The girl is thrown off.
I
You
ain't
know what
in
I'm saying?
Nikki tax bracket. You know what I'm
Girl
saying?
is
So
the girl
I
is
don't know
she
what her
thrown off.
intention.
You know.
Maybe she trying to get one of them condos in Jerusalem. You know, maybe she trying to get the one right there by the, you know, the
Gaza Strip.
The Jesus Cafe. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? You know, maybe that's what she trying to do. Maybe she trying to get one, you know, a little kosher spot on the water. Who the fuck knows? I'm just saying though, Don Lemon doing too much, man. He gotta cool out.
To stop illegal immigrants being deported. He's so passionate about that issue, but he now wants Nicki Minaj to be deported because she called him out. And he wasn't done with his degrading, misogynistic rant. He then went on to TMZ to continue the meltdown and call for Minaj to be cancelled. Nicki really got into his head.
I normally don't respond to things like this, but, you know, F it. I'm going to do it this time. I think Nicki Minaj has made it very clear how she feels about African Americans in this country. I don't think she's one of them, obviously. And she should, under Trump's rules, she should be deported. Why are you supporting her? Why are you buying her records? She's also supporting, I have lots of gay friends who love Nicki Minaj. Why are you supporting this homophobic, bigoted, ignorant woman? You should not be supporting her. Nicki Minaj, this is clearly out of her depth. She doesn't understand politics. She doesn't understand journalism. And I'm not surprised that she is weighing in on something that is beyond her capacity.
Yep, just a full-blown meltdown. But this is my favorite part. This is Don indulging in a bit of projection. Everything he says here is true about him, not Nicki Minaj.
Nicki Minaj is a pick-me. She will do anything that is expedient.
Okay, so I can't take no more of this. You know what I'm saying? This rant, but this is Nicki Minaj's response to Don Lemon. It says, Don, blank
sucking. Yeah.
blank sucking Lemon is disgusting. How dare you? I want that thug in jail. Not in prison, you just want him in jail. He would never do that to any other religion. Lock him up.
Right. So that was his thing, because now if you run it back, Don Lemon, he got word that it was going to be some protesters going to go interrupt Sunday church service. The reason why they were going to go interrupt the Sunday church service because the pastor of the church is the lead ICE agent in that area. He's the commander of the ICE agent in that area. They disrupted the church. He went in there. He first of all, he went on and announced that, hey, we got some intel that these people are going to go do this, do that. So he knew about it before it happened. Then he went in there with them, you know, with his camera and his mic, you know, like interviewing people while this is going on. You know, like, how do you feel about this? So, you know, he shouldn't have been there. And then Nikki interjected herself into it with something light. And then she came on. No, excuse me. Then Nikki responded to him going in there with that tweet, Don Lemon, sucking, disgusting, how dare you? I want that thug in jail. He would not do this to any other religion. Lock him up. You know, so that's what she said after she seen that he stormed the church. You know, she called the man a sea sucker. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when he went on saying,
I mean, is he? You know what I'm saying?
listen, I'm not
Is he?
about to do that. I'm not doing that.
You're not doing it.
I'm
I'm
not
just
doing it.
saying, like
I
sometimes
ain't,
some things, sometimes telling the truth ain't hating, man.
listen.
Always telling the truth ain't never hating. Telling the truth
Okay.
ain't never hating on nobody.
Listen, but when you say sea sucker, right? And then you end your tweet off with lock him up. Yeah,
She meant it to be offensive.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Okay. All
she
right.
was
We'll
thinking,
rock with
yeah,
that.
absolutely.
We'll rock with that.
No question.
We'll rock with that. She probably did mean it to be offensive. But, the truth shouldn't hurt. You know what I'm saying? It should be a wake up call or realization or, but not an epiphany because it's the truth. It's, it may be a self reflection or a self examination.
Right. So like this story, the story that we was watching, the news report that we was watching on that, so that's why I said what I said in the beginning about, part about this lady that's doing that is because somehow out of all that story, you left out that the man was called a sea sucker. You left that out. You see what I'm saying?
She did not add Nicki Minaj's response, but I do know I got a
She didn't get
story
no
going
response
on.
from Nikki. She acted like Don Lemon just fired off on her for no reason.
I mean, but Don Lemon did just fire off on her for no reason.
No, Don Lemon went into the church. He went into the church. When she seen that he went into the church, Nicki Minaj interjected herself into that and called that man a sea sucker.
But I'm just saying, no, she commented on what happened. That's it. She commented on what happened.
Who Nicki did?
Yeah,
She started her comment. She
happened.
started her comment off with Don sea sucking Lemon. That is not just commenting on what happened. You know what I'm saying?
She
It's
just
not.
comment,
It's
but
not
she,
as simple
but she
as
made
that.
sure that it was Adam, though. She made sure that he knew who she was talking to. That's it. She didn't.
Did we look at the same
she,
tweet?
She
Did we see the
throw,
same?
yes, she did not throw a rock and hide her hand. You know what I'm saying? That's what I be talking about. Like, but she didn't even at Don Lemon though. She just posted it. You know
Man,
what I'm saying?
that's his name, man, and they know they know that's him. You know what I'm saying? They know that's
Why?
him.
Why do they know that it's him?
How many Don Lemons do you know? I don't even want to mess with his middle name no more.
Okay.
But how many Don Lemons do you know that
I
did
mean,
something that day
that's
that's on her level?
But it's but he not a thug though.
No, but that's the Trump language. That's what they say about people that they disagree with. They say that about everybody. Everybody who they disagree with is a thug and a heathen, and that's it.
Man,
So
that's crazy though. That's crazy, but yeah, we'll see how that unfolds, Um and right now, I don't think it's ever gonna go beyond words. It's just Don Lemon and Nicki Minaj. And
and they did lock up people. They did lock up the people that organized storming the church. And Pam Bondi announced that she's looking into charging Don Lemon for entering the church as well. Which I mean, if they're gonna charge the other people, I mean, he can get charged. I mean, because he shouldn't have been there. You can't interrupt the church service. You wait for people to come out, but you can't interrupt the church service.
so you think he should get charged with something?
If they're gonna stick to about law, and the law is that if you interrupt a church proceeding, that you have broke the law, then yeah, then he broke the law. Now he's saying that he went in as a journalist, and not a protester. Even in the while he was in the church, he actually said, I'm not here with the protesters. I'm just here to cover it. And I mean, journalism sometimes get a free pass to do things like that, but
You're not gonna skate. You're not gonna skate that easy. You're
Nah, I
not
don't.
gonna skate that
I don't.
easy.
Yeah, I don't think he is.
Nah.
I think he might. He's going to get some kind of. He's going to get something for that for going in there. You know what I'm saying? But it was funny if you go and listen. Not funny, but it was funny if you go in there and look at it.
Oh, it's
Like
funny.
the
It's
protesters
funny.
in there, and he in there with mics in their face. Like, how do you feel about this? About them being in the church? And they did the interviews with him. You know what I'm saying? The pastor and the pastor is he's part of the ICE Gestapo, and And
The
I guess
ICE Gestapo though, you gotta stop though.
nah, man, that's what it is, man.
The ICE Gestapo.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's the ICE Gestapo, man. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
They,
we gotta
you
put that
know,
on some t-shirts. The
yeah,
ICE
man. They,
Gestapo.
you know,
ICE
they
Gestapo.
they one crime away from being full blown Nazis. So I mean, yeah.
Damn, that's cold, man. That's giving ICE a bad name. That's giving ICE a bad rap, man.
Well, I mean, you know,
I'm praying for everybody, man. I'm praying for the ICE agents. I'm praying for the people, the immigrants. I'm praying for the civilians. I'm praying for everybody, man, in no specific order, because that shit is chaotic and people don't. And if you know better, then you should not be leaving the house with shit. You should know your surroundings. So if you go out there and you get jammed up because of something, that's your fault, man. And you know what's going on. If you go out here and get jammed up, and you know that you got all this stuff going on in your community with agents and people being pulled over, and they check, and the main thing they doing is checking IDs to make sure that you pose to be there. So like, even if you take it out your mind, oh, they down there tear gas and oh, they doing this, but they is checking IDs to make sure you pose to be here.
right. And I'm not gonna say it's their fault, but I
the
am gonna say
responsibility
be
ain't-
vigilant.
Ain't difficult, man. The
People
responsibility
out in
ain't
your
difficult.
communities, y'all be vigilant. Be vigilant and if it's a situation where you can exit the situation respectfully, and all it takes is just a little bit showing your ID until they can figure out how to get these people off the street. Then just show your ID. But if you outnumbered and no one is around to document that ass whipping that you can take, you probably gonna take it without no documentation.
Yep. So yeah, y'all. So that's our trends for this evening. We had the Trump and Board of Peace. Go check that out. A Nazi party in Miami, South Beach. Actually, they was listening to Kanye, but we chopped it up though, But a Nazi party in South Beach sounds a lot more provocative. And then we took y'all to the Twin Cities.
No, but they were throwing up swastikas too. You ain't gonna do that. I mean, they was throwing up Hail Hitler signs. It wasn't just listening to Kanye, man.
Nobody mad if they throwing up gang signs.
And guess what the name of the song was? Hail Hitler.
Oh,
that was the name of the song. Hail Hitler.
I haven't been following Kanye's artistry that much, or his, we touch on him a little bit, pause, and on subject matters, but yeah, I haven't been keeping up with the Kanye music though. I'm listening to jazz these days and R&B, a lot of R&B, old school R&B, loving it.
That's right.
But yeah, we took them to the Twin Cities, and even the Twin City, even the police department, the local PD, local law enforcement is like, damn, ICE, same team.
And Tim Walz has also put his National Guards on standby just in case they got to deal with ICE. I don't know what that looks like, but that's something that he said. So we'll see how that looks. It's another story.
Crazy. Then we had Nicki Minaj and Don Lemon beef. We're gonna see how long this keep going on, how long they gonna go back and forth. But I think Don need to cool out, man. Nicki's a phenomenal wife. You know what I'm saying? Like we know the songs, we know some of her songs been a little suggestive, but at the end of the day though, man, she a married woman.
Man, don't nobody give a damn about that. Don't nobody care about that.
And we should.
No, don't nobody care. No, man.
She's a married woman, you know what I'm saying, with a black family. It don't matter how it put together. A lot of black families is put together a little crazy looking and stuff like that, with the old boy transgressions. I ain't condoning it, you know what I'm saying? But he ain't doing that. He ain't on that no more, and if we all about second chances and rehabilitation and people trying to be better versions of themselves, then, I'd be a hypocrite to sit up here and act like, that I ain't happy to see at the bare minimum, them having a family and their family working for them. And, we support that. We like that. We like families because we know that the history of America. At one point in time, families would be broken. Black families were being broken up on purpose. Okay, so you know, we got to find some positive out of it. You know, we can't just, Don gonna do Don things, clearly. But
Bruh.
at the end of the day, like, if he wasn't out there doing it, then she wouldn't have had nothing to say about it,
Yeah, and so so that's true.
right?
That's true. If he wasn't doing that, she would not have nothing. But she had to put herself back in the spotlight. Also, a quick update from last week. We talked about the Clintons. We talked about the Clintons being subpoenaed
Crazy.
for congressional hearing into the Epstein files. Just this week, this is just an update. All of the Republicans in the House and 3 Democrats have voted to go ahead and file contempt charges on the Clintons. So it's an ongoing story, and we'll continue to follow that, let you know what's going on.
For sure. For sure. Yeah, they're not gonna be held in contempt. That's never gonna happen.
Yeah, but they voted on it, so they got the numbers to make it happen. But I just don't think it's nothing that's really going to happen. I think it's still distraction. But from what someone said, is that forces discovery of the Epstein files to where they got to put out more. So I don't know if it was a play by the Clintons. I don't know if it was a play by the Clintons or if it was, just a mistake. But yeah, that's what's happening.
Yeah, it sounds like it's more dragging it out, and the Clintons just got to be a part of the act of the whole debacle.
No, they're part of the act. They were part of the
It
act.
seems like
It's
it
yeah.
just got to be part of the whole little. We gonna let you see some peekaboo, peekaboo. They play. That's what they playing. They playing peekaboo with the Epstein files.
Man,
They playing
yo,
now. You see it. Now you don't. Now you see it. Now you don't. That's what they
now,
playing.
now you talk about it. You talking about a shirt. Now that's a shirt right there. Epstein files on the front, peekaboo on the back.
Peekaboo on the back.
You know,
Yeah, man. I like that, definitely. So that's all we got for y'all tonight. We want to thank everybody for pulling up. Shout out to Reese 7553. She says, Chef, you one sided.
what
And
up, Reese?
talking about Nicki Minaj. She's very talented but very clueless. She needs to educate herself. But don't do that. Don't do that to my boo. You know what I'm saying? If
No,
I
you tell him, Reese. Tell him.
that could have been, you know what I'm saying? That almost could have been your family. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That could have
Yeah.
been your family, all right? So we appreciate you for pulling up, and we appreciate each and all of you for pulling up tonight, hanging out with us right here on Brunch with the Fellas. Um, Before we go, y'all, shout out to Bubble and Brown for pulling it up too.
What up, bubbling?
Shout out to everybody, man, who pulled up. And make sure y'all go and check out DB Chef TV gift shop, y'all. You can post your merch to win $1,000 cash. Hit all the social media. You know what to do. Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. The rules are posted. Contest ends March 10th at midnight Pacific Coast time. And good luck to everybody. And we appreciate your participation. Also, 1016 160 Self-Sustainability by the God Ali Dawood at www.bksoulfarm.com. Go ahead and get that. If you ain't got that, you need that for sure. And we want everybody to have a peaceful, positive, productive rest of your weekend. Make sure y'all be safe too, because we got a big winter storm coming towards this East Coast. So,
Yeah.
Make sure y'all go and get a bunch of milk, bread, and eggs, because every time there's a winter storm, there is a secret French toast convention that I'm never invited to. So I'm gonna be mad if y'all don't invite me to the French toast convention, because the store is always sold out of bread
Well, the egg's gone already.
and eggs. Okay, them same 3 things. Like, it's just the French toast convention whenever a winter storm come through. So I don't know, but I never been invited. I'm waiting to get my invite. Please I can show you the bread to get. It's this croissant bread from Whole Foods. Oh my God. Like French toast will never be the same. Okay. So
Bubbling Brown said that's true, chef.
I'm telling you, like I know about some grub, y'all. But yeah, y'all. Links in the description for everything. Make sure if your money tight, just smash the like. We love y'all, appreciate y'all for that. And I'm Chef Herb Pearl at DBCHEFTV.
And I'm Cold Season.
And we are the Brunch Fellas. We'll see y'all next time. Peace, family.
Peace.
This whole publication is all about going from nowhere to somewhere, right? Being able to stand on something so that you can travel in peace, right? So bksoulfarm.com, 1016 160 self-sustainability. Jump on the list and get yourself together, right? Because it is irresponsible to not even know what responsibility means. So get yourself together, food, clothing, and shelter, protection of that, support your interests, and live.
Express yourself with DB Chef TV merch. Unique styles for unique people at the DB Chef TV gift shop. The casual, apparel, lifestyle. Link in description. Post your DB Chef TV merch to your social media and enter to win $1,000 cash. That's right, $1,000 cash. Must be 18 years old or with parental consent. See contest rules for full details. Visit the DB Chef TV gift shop and post your merch to win.
Love ain't always easy, and we won't stop until we get it right. So bring that ass to the Love Speak podcast. Subscribe today and let your love speak at TLS Podcast. The Love Speak, now streaming on YouTube.
If it's Friday night and you don't have a date, then Brunch with the Fellas is your spot, so don't be late. We go up at 9 p.m. with the trending topic news. Smash the like, comment, subscribe, and share the content. Don't be rude at Brunch Fellas, now streaming on YouTube.
Exchange insights Sundays at 8 p.m. East Coast time with the Cigar Panel. Smoking on words like two big nerds. Hosted by DB Chef TV and BK Soul Farm at Cigar Sundays on YouTube. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so when they go live, you never miss an episode of Cigar Sundays Live.
You are the key to your financial freedom. So unlock your inner wealth with financial fundamentals at Bows on the Table. Subscribe today and never miss a meal at Bows Podcast. Bows on the Table, now streaming on YouTube.
At the Veteran Kettle Podcast, we thank you for your service, support, and sacrifice to our country. Listen to real stories of adversity and triumph as we give our best to honor our vets. Subscribe today and watch episodes now streaming on YouTube at TVK Podcast, The Veteran Kettle.
Sign up for the newsletter and shop merch and clothing at DBCHEFTV.com.